What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy. Okay, we got a little bit of a city update for you guys. I got a few things I'm thinking about changing and a couple little updates for you. We're going to start off here on our main street. If you missed the last video, coming around here, I added Cafe Corner to my modular collection, meaning I have all of them now, including the Blue Market Street. So all the modulars, plus a few extras, like the Sanctum Sanctorum, Daily Bugle, my custom Lego store. Oh yeah, I can't forget my Chili's. Oh yeah, Ghostbusters HQ. So one of the things we're working on, I finally got this piece in, which gives me another place to put a station. And what I've got to do here is my rotating restaurant, which, yeah, that is powered, just in case you haven't seen that. I don't really show that very much, but it does spin. It's pretty modular. I need to take it all the way down because to make this piece work, here's the splitter. That splitter's got to basically kind of go roughly like this. And you can see I've got to basically take out that window piece and rework that. And I think it's one stud off. So I need to move this station, I think, up one stud. So this whole side's going to have to be reworked for stability. It's not a huge deal. It's probably only a 20-minute job, but it's a job nonetheless. So that piece is going to go here. That's going to give me a straight track piece, which I've got a few more of these, and they're like 30 bucks a piece. I think I've got 6 or 7 left, so I'm okay on that. So it's going to come along here, and my station is going to end up somewhere right here. I'm going to have to build a big frame for it and make a little bit of a station to where I've got steps coming off the back of the Daily Bugle. That way you could just go in this door, which doesn't really work because there's junk in the way, but that's okay. You're not going to see that. You forget I showed that. But that's one of the things I want to do, is have track, elevated track, right into there. So you'd come along the train, go in here, back up, and then go down the line to the other station down there. Let's take a look down there. You can see my station. Yeah, it's a work in progress. That's the original station. I'm going to redo that whole station there and make a decent, good station. A little bit modern, use a lot of glass. I don't know if I'm going to do some domed glass work, kind of like that on top of the town hall. I like that idea with the clear pieces that are used for garage doors. I do like that idea. I've got some other ideas to even improve on that design. So that's a possibility. The other thing you can see is my custom bridge that goes from my elevated section there above my underground parking garage up to the station. So I'm going to leave that, but I have an addition there. I'm going to show you here in just a second that I need to attach to those stairs. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. So that addition is parking garage signs. So I've got one on one side, one facing one way, one facing the other. That's to go on each side of the bridge. So when you're driving, you can see the word parking. Those are printed pieces. If you're curious, these are, you get printed letter packs. I think they're $1 and change. And you get a full set of all the letters plus a couple extra, I think maybe like a dozen extra pieces. I think it may be like a 40-piece pack set where you get some of the extra letters and vowels and more common letters in duplicate to where you can make extra words. I bought 2 packs. These are on the Pick-a-Brick section on the Lego.com website. They do take like 40 days to get because they come from Denmark. So if you're buying them, be prepared. People do have them on Bricklink. If you can get them faster, if you find somebody locally, wherever you live, that may have them, that might be the way to go. But yeah, we've got signs. So I'm going to show you where these are going to go. So as you come down the road, I just need to move the cars. They kind of got jumbled up. You can see the parking sign. That shows the arrow going in. And see if I can get a better angle. So there's the tunnel. And what this tunnel is, if you haven't seen this before, we've got an underground parking garage. Move back. We've got our modulars here. And we've got our underground parking, which I've got it all tiled off. I've got white trim around each one of the support beams. But yeah, I'm gonna end up parking a bunch of extra cars here, so when I rotate cars out of my city and put new ones in, I've got a place to store them. I wanted to give elevation to my city and not just have a flat plane, so that accomplished that with this kind of setup. But then I wanted to have a little bit more storage so I could have some cars here to kind of put here. We've got our back entrance here, which you can kind of see there. I do need to move. These cones are stacked. My son's been playing with it. You can see where half of them go. They come back through here, back of Market Street, and you just kind of walk through Market Street to get out to the front street. That's going to be blocked off. I'm going to end up doing fencing around my Scrooge McDuck money bin. So I need to do the fence pretty much how it is in the cartoon show. So that's the plan for this. Fix all this to make that look better. It's a really slow work in progress, believe me. If you've been watching the videos, getting this done was a challenge. And getting it placed was a challenge. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, yep, Scrooge McDuck, money bin, and all the gold. Okay, so the update I wanted to talk about was this area here. I had somebody comment in my last city update video, and they made a decent point. The new modulars, which I don't care for where that is, but it's really weird because it has a back to it. You can see my son's been playing it. Brings his toys down. I play, I work, I build, he plays. It all works out for us. So the modulars are, for the most part, facades. And what they mean by that in their comments, yeah, the backs are ugly. This one actually has an okay back, but you have a little bit here. But for the most part, even just like with these, there's a little bit, but it's not the greatest to look at. So they asked, what if I took out the road, moved these forward, and if I end up getting future modulars, say a few years from now, or even if I maybe move some other ones down here to make some custom modulars, which is possible. Would I have enough room? The answer is no, but just wait for it. So if I take this out, that gives me 16, plus one white strip on each side. That's 18. We know a base plate is 32, so this is half. And then we have an 8 here. So there's 8, 9 with the white strip, 10. So we're at 26 studs from here to here, but we got to be to 32. A little bit here, at most that's 2 studs. Where my blue painter's tape is, just to cover my edges. So I'm still, would be 6 studs hanging over, which is what I don't want to do, because if you see, I'm already probably 6 or 8 studs over the table as it is. So that's not an option. But we've got these mini modulars, and they're not 32 studs wide. They're only 16. Some of them, like this one, if I front this, it's not even 16. I've got this one and that one. I could buy the noodle shop, which is on the market right now. Or I could buy one of the houses. Or I could just make my own stuff too. That's a possibility. So what I could do is take out the road, front these up to the track almost. Leave a little bit of a gap and make maybe a wide sidewalk, maybe a 6 stud wide sidewalk. I'd still have this one little green strip here going along. That's a base plate, that bright green. where I'd probably just add fencing like this. You kind of see I've had all through that side of the city. Yeah, it's hard to see from that angle. Yeah, just like that. I would probably add that to that whole strip there, just for safety reasons for the minifigs. But I could front this up, move these all the way up, take the road out. I'd take out my food cart section, and then these guys would all be facing this way, basically backing these up, and then I'd even have a little bit of a room for a sidewalk on this side to build. That thought is getting serious consideration. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet, but it's possible. The one thing I would have to move is my old original fire station. It's the very first building besides the old Shell gas station that I got as a kid. This was the second structure building I got as a kid. But I could still make this work if I took this and moved it all the way down here and put it here, which would be moved up, but then I rotated this whole thing to where the entrance is coming this way. So you can see the road plates. If I turn this whole thing, then the exit would be here, and they would exit out here. That's a possibility. So I've given this a little bit of thought, not serious thought, but I've started to play with it a little bit more and more to figure out how this might work. Let me know what you think. I'd like to maximize. I'd get these off the shelf. That would be a huge plus. From a spacing standpoint, we're still going to have this much space at the end, which I need to make a little attraction center, entrance center here to go up to my Mountain View Observatory Center. You can see the stairway going up to it. So I still would have something here. That's not going to be a problem. That won't be affected. You can see I've still got a 32 by 16 by 32 plate that needs to go from here over to here. So that's got its own little spacing for that. No problem there. I would still have this area to build something along with this area, which gives me a little bit of creativity in the future. Or, you know, future mini modulars like that noodle shop or like others that come out in the future. It could be something like that. More than likely, it'd be a custom thing that I would do. I'm not super big on just going out to buy a set to make it fit in a spot. I'd rather build my own things. I mean, my entire farm, pretty much guaranteed the entire thing is custom, other than maybe a modified tractor like that one that's a set that I changed to green. Oh, and the lawnmower that's there is a set. But pretty much, oh yeah, and that little tractor, but I'm big on custom work, if you can't tell. I mean, look at the whole mountainside behind you. If you're new to the channel, hey, this is what we do. We got all this Lego room. We build, play, I do review stuff, make custom stuff, whatever. Anyway, that's a thought. Let me know what you think, because I'm curious what other people think about doing this. I'm okay with leaving the road here. I'm looking to get maybe some wheeled carts, kind of like kitchen carts. I'm going to see if I can find some that will match right up to this. So I like to be able to move this table to where I can put my body about right here and reach way in to that. That's why this portable table's here, so I can move it to access my city. Might get two carts because you can see, yeah, that's a problem waiting to happen. I know my money bin is built very well because my son knocked this off once, the money bin went flying over this way, and that little ding is the top of the money bin. I think it's like right there, or right there is where it hit. The whole thing stayed together. When I opened this up, that was a disaster. I had to redo all this, but it stayed together. But I don't want to do that again, so I think I'm going to get some of those rolling kitchen carts that are roughly the same size as this table. That's the plan. What do you guys think? A few things going on here. Not much really has changed in the city, but we got a lot of ideas and options to look at going forward. So let me know what you think. If you have any other ideas, I'd love to hear them, because I never thought about doing that, taking out the road, because that's one way. How do you expand your city? Well, you minimize the roads. That's a good possibility. It's a serious thought. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope to see you in the next one. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. Check out my older videos. We got all kinds of stuff from the 60s through today. A lot of old tractors if you guys are into farming. If you're into mocks, custom designs, random stuff, minifigs. Who knows? Castle, SpongeBob. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. Check out my channel if you guys are interested. Thanks for watching.